Well, amid economic hardships and security crisis across Nigeria, a different kind of battle is playing out, not on the streets, but in the halls of the nation's Senate. A dispute over a simple seating arrangement has exploded into a national controversy, exposing deep political divisions and raising concerns over governance, gender bias, and power struggles. At the center of the storm is Senator Natasha Akpoti-Uduaghan, who refused to move from her designated seat, an act of defiance that has led to a lawsuit. With lawmakers locked in conflict, many Nigerians are asking, if the Senate itself is this divided, how can Nigeria be united? It all started with a seemingly routine order. During a recent plenary session, Nigeria's Senate President Godswill Akpabio directed Senator Natasha Akpoti-Uduaghan to relocate to a different seat, but she refused, challenging Akpabio's authority and insisting her rights had been violated. The disagreement quickly escalated. The chamber erupted in a shouting match, and Akpabio ordered security officers to remove Akpoti-Uduaghan, but her colleagues intervened, preventing a physical ejection. The fallout did not end there. Days later, Akpoti-Uduaghan filed a defamation lawsuit against Akpabio, demanding $120 million in damages over comments made by his senior aide. The remarks, marking her appearance and dismissing her concerns, sparked outrage, with critics accusing Akpabio of gender discrimination. Now, Akpoti-Uduaghan faces a disciplinary hearing after the Senate voted to refer her to the Committee on Ethics and Privileges. Some view this as a routine matter of Senate procedure, while others see it as a calculated effort to silence dissent.
I am not against Natasha. I'm not for anybody. I'm just saying that the Senate is an institution, and that institution needs to have at its dashboard integrity as number one.
It's nothing that has to do with gender. It's nothing that has to do with hatred. It's nothing that has to do with any form of malice.
This is once in a while will occur, but please, we want to ask that while we are referring this matter to a relevant committee, let us ponder on the drama that unfolded on that day and see how we can mitigate against the possible consequences on the integrity and the image of this institution so that we can move forward in the interest of this country.
I think part of the problem is when people come from court-declared senators, they miss the orientation. The management of the National Assembly is hereby ordered to organize periodic orientation, particularly for senators who are midstreamers, who can midstream and did not start when their colleagues started. Because I remember that this particular senator, on the day she was sworn in, raised her hand to speak. I was scared, but I had to recognize her because I was saying, you just gave her the rule book. Part of what we give to you when you are sworn in is a standing order of the Senate. So I said, has she even opened the rule book to know what she's going to say? But she made the contribution on that day. I think 2 days later, she brought a motion. There's nothing wrong in being vibrant, but there's a lot wrong when you don't know anything about the procedure.
Public concerns have intensified over the ongoing conflict between Senate President Akpabio and Senator Akpoti-Uduaghan, with notable figures weighing in on the controversy. Political analyst Pato Tommy and former Education Minister Obi Ezekwesili have weighed in, warning that such internal divisions only weaken Nigeria's fragile democracy. Ezekwesili accused Akpabio of routinely humiliating female senators, highlighting Nigeria's dismal ranking in global gender representation. With women making up just 4.4% of the National Assembly, the country lags behind in political inclusivity. Meanwhile, ordinary Nigerians struggling with economic hardship and worsening security matters are left watching in frustration as the lawmakers fight over seats instead of solving the country's real problems.